Alexander Calder was an American sculptor. He often worked with wire and tools. He was the creator of the first mobile, which we still use today, often found hanging near baby cribs. A sculpture is something that you can see from all sides. You can walk around a sculpture. A sculpture is a three-dimensional object, where when we draw on paper, it is two-dimensional. So looking at this picture, we have a two-dimensional pair of scissors, and then we have a three-dimensional pair of scissors. The two-dimensional is drawn on, and we can only see it from one side when we look at it, where the three-dimensional scissors are something that we can see from one side, another side, another side, and another side. This is something we can physically walk around. So today we're going to be making sculptures, but we are going to be making them out of paper. And these are inspired by Alexander Calder. We're going to be using glue, paper strips, and if you have some scissors, you should grab those out because we can cut a little bit into these paper strips. So we're going to be creating sculptures really by folding and cutting. And I know that the paper we're using is two-dimensional, but we are going to be turning it into three-dimensional. We're going to be making it into different sculptures. So come join us. I'm excited. All right, so the design that I'm going to make today, I'm going to choose one of my crayon colors, and I'm just going to start making a line, a continuous line on my paper, doing different loops and swoops, and everybody's is going to look a little bit different, and just lines. I'm not coloring them in yet. If you want to add some more up in the corners too and really cover up all of that paper. All right, so now I have made these shapes in those lines. Can you see those shapes? And they don't look like circles or squares or geometric shapes that we see. These are more organic shapes. They're more free-flowing. And what we're going to do with either your markers, your crayons, any type of drawing instrument you want to use, we are going to start to color those shapes in. And I'm going to be using a wide variety of colors. I'm going to be using a lot of different colors today. You can set a color scheme together, like if you wanted to use only yellow, green, and maybe teal. And you could do your whole paper with that. Or if you want, you can get really colorful and add a lot of different colors. I'm going to do a rainbow, use all the colors I have today. So I'm just going to keep coloring in these shapes till I can't see any white on my paper anymore. So why don't you go ahead and start to color in your background for our paper sculpture. Alright, so my background is all complete, and now we're going to get ready to start doing our paper folding and paper cutting to make our paper sculptures on top of this. So you're going to need a pair of scissors if you have one, glue, and any of your paper strips that you have in your bag. So we're going to start with a couple easier paper folding tricks. So one, you are going to want to make some tabs. So if you just fold in on both sides, you're going to have these little tabs. And these are where we're going to put some glue on. So I'm going to open up my glue stick. And I'm going to want to put the glue down, and you can do this anywhere. And you're going to see this is going to start to make kind of like a bridge. And the tabs we're going to put face glue side down. And there you go. You can see your paper from all different sides. We're starting to give it some forms, some three-dimensional forms. So you can do that bridge. We could also make like a triangle, a tent. So you're gonna wanna fold your paper in half, kind of give it a little crease up top. And at the bottom, we're gonna wanna make those little tabs again. So just small area to fold those over. And we're gonna put some glue right on those tabs. And we're gonna push those tabs down. You could go over another creation you made, or you could find a new spot for it. So you can see my tent right over my bridge. And then we're gonna do a zigzag one. So when we do the zigzag, we're gonna fold just a little bit of it and crease it. So you're gonna go fold it towards you, and then we're gonna fold it away from you. Fold it towards you, and then fold it away from you. Fold it towards you, and you're gonna start to see it fold up like an accordion. Away from you, towards you. Then when you let it go, you have a zigzag. And you can even make little tabs if you want on the ends. And those little tabs are where we're gonna put the glue. Or you can move it a little bit more forward to get it to pop up like that. And that's my zigzag line. You can also twirl it around your finger. Do kind of like a swirl. That one. You could even put a little bit of glue on the bottom and push that down if you wanted to make a circle. I like the way that one's hanging a little. We're going to do a tab cutout for our sculpture. So what you're going to need for this is you're going to need your scissors, and you're still going to need your glue. So what we can do is you can fold one of your strips in half, and we are just going to cut on one side. See how right when I got to that center part, I stopped cutting? Do that on the opposite side now. And then I'm going to keep following that pattern going on opposite sides. Kind of looks a little like fringe. And now we're going to go on the other side, and you don't want to cut all the way. You want to leave a little bit of space that isn't cut. And be careful when you're handling this so you don't rip them. If you do rip them, that's okay. You can just always grab another strip. See how it's almost like our piece of paper has a little spine there? So then I'm going to take my glue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue every other side, so every other tab. So I'm going to do that one, almost like a checkerboard if you've ever played checkers before. All right. And I'm going to press down all of the glued sides. I forgot to cut that one. It's okay. Alright, and once all of your glued pieces are down, you can see how those tabs are sticking up. So you can do other things like this with your scissors. We can kind of cut different, so you could even fold your, if you took a little tab or a little piece of paper, that's what I should have said, a little paper strip, and you're going to fold it in half. We are going to cut out just a triangle on there. So when we open it up, you're going to see a diamond shape. And we're going to make our little tabs on the side, and our tabs are where we're going to put the glue. So you can decide wherever you'd like this sculpture to go. And we're going to push those tabs down so that our cutout diamond shape becomes three-dimensional. It's almost like the triangle we made, but it's actually got a little cutout in it. So you could even do that. You could cut out like a little square piece. So again, I'm folding a tiny paper strip. Cut out a little piece out of there, and I'm not cutting all the way. I'm cutting only on the folded edge, the folded side. So where it opens up, it's the opposite side of where it opens up, right here. And then I'm going to make some little tabs again just by folding. So I have my tabs. Put some glue down. And there's my other little one. So why don't we try and do a zigzag one together again, and then you can start to do a bunch of different ones from what you saw me doing. You can do multiples of any one you like. You could do a variety of them. So I want to remind you, when we're doing the zigzag, I'm going to fold. I'm going to make a little tab. It's kind of like towards me, and now I'm going to go away from me, folding away from me and towards me, away from me, towards me, so that when you open it, see that? And if you want, you can make little tabs on the edge. These little ones, and we'll put some more glue down. You can glue on the paper directly, or you could glue right onto the tab. And sometimes if the glue's not holding up, you might want to just give it a little bit more glue, or if you have some Elmer's glue at home, you can use that too. The glue stick though usually works pretty well. And what you can see I'm doing now is I'm starting to build up on my other shapes, just like we had overlapped over here. So I can't wait to see your creations. I'm really excited about these sculptures. It almost looks like a jungle gym or a playscape. So when you're all done creating, I'd love to see them. You can have your parents send me a picture of your work, email them to me, or you could have them post it on social media, Facebook or Instagram, and tag us in it. I'd love to see your creations. And these also can get hung up on the wall if you put a little piece of painter's tape in the back corners, and it'll be like some 3D art that you can see. So thank you so much for joining me.